Welcome to AppleKnows channel. I am Apple, and today I will tell you a story that will keep you hooked because these are not myths, not legends, but real discoveries that sound almost impossible to believe. Imagine this: scientists have recently uncovered evidence that the human body carries memories in ways we never suspected. A group of researchers found that trauma can actually alter DNA, and those changes can be passed down to children and even grandchildren. In other words, fear, stress, and even famine can leave molecular scars that live inside us long after the original event ended. Generations later, a person might feel anxiety and not know why, when in truth their ancestors' suffering is written into their very biology. But that is just one. Let me take you into the ocean. Only last year, scientists documented a jellyfish in the deep sea with a nervous system that can literally rewire itself after injury. We humans build hospitals and devices to heal our broken parts, but this creature regenerates its very neural network, as if unplugging and reprogramming itself while still alive. This discovery shocked biologists because it suggests that intelligence and memory might not need to be permanent structures at all, but fluid, adaptable webs that rebuild in real time. And then there is space, the most unsettling frontier. In 2023, astronomers detected a mysterious repeating radio signal from a galaxy billions of light-years away. Unlike previous signals, this one follows a pattern so precise it resembles the rhythm of a heartbeat. Every 0.2 seconds, the universe is sending a pulse. Scientists explain it as possibly a magnetar, an exotic star with extreme magnetic fields, but some admit quietly that the precision is disturbing. If you heard it with your ears, it would sound like a cosmic drumbeat echoing from the edge of existence. Meanwhile, here on Earth, another discovery rewrote what we thought we knew about consciousness. Experiments with brain organoids, tiny clusters of human neurons grown in labs, showed that they can produce brain waves strikingly similar to those of premature infants. That means a cluster of cells in a dish, no body, no senses, is still able to send rhythmic pulses that resemble thought. It raises a question so heavy it chills even the scientists: where does consciousness actually begin, and is it possible that something not human could one day achieve it? Now let me bring you to something closer to everyday life but just as unbelievable. Researchers recently demonstrated that plants can communicate stress through sounds. Using sensitive microphones, they recorded ultrasonic clicks from tomato and tobacco plants when cut or dehydrated. These sounds, unheard by human ears, carried information that other plants could detect and respond to. So when you cut a stem, the plant is not silently enduring, it is in fact broadcasting distress calls into the air. And just when we think we understand life, discoveries remind us how fragile our assumptions are. A team of physicists in 2022 created a piece of matter that behaves as if it exists in two different times at once. They called it a time crystal, a structure that repeats not in space, like normal crystals, but in time. It keeps changing between states endlessly without consuming energy, something once thought impossible by the laws of physics. In essence, it is a system that refuses to settle, an eternal clock that ticks forever without winding down. These are only the first drops of what I have for you. If you think this is astonishing, wait until you hear the next facts, because they will bend the very limits of what you think reality is. Then let's dive deeper. Imagine this: scientists recently discovered that there are entire rivers flowing under the ocean. Not rivers of water like we know them, but dense, salty currents that move along the seafloor with banks, waterfalls, and rapids, just like rivers on land. In the Black Sea, one such underwater river was mapped. It carries more water than all the rivers on Earth combined. If a diver swam into it, they would feel as if they were entering another world, with currents so strong they could sweep you away even though you were already beneath the sea. Now let me take you into the human brain. In 2022, researchers revealed that our brains are capable of generating a sudden burst of energy moments before death. It is a wave of electrical activity called a gamma surge, usually linked to memory recall and consciousness. In other words, in the seconds when a person dies, their brain might relive flashes of their life in vivid detail. It is the scientific basis behind the age-old stories of life flashing before one's eyes, and it is not imagination, it is measurable biology. And here is something from archaeology that is almost too bizarre. In 2021, a cave painting was found in Indonesia that dates back at least 45,500 years, making it the oldest known artwork ever created. But what stunned researchers was the complexity. it depicts a hunting scene with figures that look half human, half animal, suggesting that ancient humans already imagined spiritual or mythological beings long before civilization began. This means that imagination, storytelling, and perhaps even religion are older than farming or cities. But nature never ceases to shock us. Scientists studying tardigrades, those tiny water bears, discovered that they can survive not only extreme heat, cold, and radiation, but also the vacuum of space. When exposed outside the International Space Station, they endured conditions that would instantly kill any other life form. The key lies in their ability to enter a state called cryptobiosis, shutting down almost all activity, as if pressing pause on life itself. It makes us wonder, if such resilience exists on Earth, what kinds of creatures might survive on alien worlds? And speaking of space, another discovery shakes our understanding of the universe itself. In 2022, the James Webb Space Telescope captured galaxies that appear too large and too old to fit the current model of the Big Bang. Some of these galaxies formed so quickly after the universe's birth that they should not exist by the known laws of physics. Scientists are now forced to question whether our entire understanding of cosmic evolution is flawed, and if the universe might hold secrets that rewrite everything we thought we knew about time and creation. Every discovery I share is like a crack in the wall of reality, showing us glimpses of something much bigger, much stranger than we ever imagined. And what comes next may be even harder to believe. In 2023, neuroscientists revealed something that sounds like science fiction. They managed to transfer memories between snails. Yes, snails. By extracting RNA from one snail that had learned a specific task and injecting it into another, the second snail displayed the same learned behavior almost instantly. This suggests that memories, or at least the biochemical foundations of memory, can exist outside the brain, travel, and imprint themselves on another organism. The implications for humans are staggering, but also unsettling. What if someday memory itself could be shared, stolen, or edited like data? Now let's move from brains to the deepest corners of Earth. Geologists discovered massive deposits of diamonds far below the surface, not in the usual places like Africa or Russia, but under cratons where no diamond mining was previously thought possible. Some of these diamonds are billions of years old, older than most known life forms on Earth. What's more shocking is that inclusions inside the diamonds contain minerals formed under pressures and temperatures we never thought existed on our planet, hinting that Earth's interior may be stranger and more violent than we ever imagined. Meanwhile, biologists stumbled upon a species of bacteria in 2022 that literally breathes electricity. These microbes in deep ocean sediments can transfer electrons across long distances, essentially forming a living electrical network. Colonies of these bacteria can behave like a single superorganism, communicating through electrical currents as if they were an organic power grid. Imagine an invisible network beneath your feet where life is conducting electricity on a scale we didn't know existed. And here's a discovery that touches the mind and the soul. Physicists recently confirmed that light can be twisted into a knot in empty space, a phenomenon called a light knot. For centuries, light was thought to travel in straight lines or waves, but now researchers can make photons loop and intertwine, creating structures that exist only in the fabric of reality itself. It's not just beautiful, it's proof that even light, something we thought we fully understood, can behave in ways that defy our intuition. Even human biology keeps delivering impossible surprises. A study published in 2023 found that some humans carry tiny organelles called mitochondrial mini-factories capable of generating energy independently of cells, almost like micro-power plants inside us. These organelles are rare, but they challenge our understanding of how life maintains energy and suggest that humans may be far more modular and adaptable than we ever realized. In 2023, marine biologists observed a species of octopus that can mimic multiple species at the same time. Most of us know the mimic octopus that imitates one animal, like a lionfish or sea snake, but this creature can change its colors, patterns, and even the movements of different animals simultaneously, effectively becoming a living camouflage orchestra. Its nervous system coordinates dozens of mini brains in each arm independently, making it capable of actions that seem almost intelligent in isolation, yet perfectly synchronized. Meanwhile, astronomers uncovered an exoplanet that rains glass sideways. The planet, called HD 189733b, has winds so strong up to 5,400 miles per hour that molten glass is whipped across the surface. On Earth, storms are chaotic, but on this planet, the combination of intense heat, gravity, and atmosphere creates a deadly, glittering storm moving almost horizontally. Imagine clouds of shards of glass, not falling down, but slicing across the horizon at supersonic speed. Back on Earth, paleontologists discovered a fossilized forest in Antarctica dating back 90 million years, but what shocked scientists was that the trees were tropical, complete with ferns and palm-like plants. Antarctica, the frozen wasteland we know today, was once a lush paradise teeming with life. This discovery not only rewrites Earth's climate history but also raises questions about how rapidly our planet can transform over geological time. And here's something that will make your spine tingle. In 2022, physicists observed a particle that appears to move backward in time. In experiments with quantum entanglement, certain particles responded to events that had not yet happened, a phenomenon that even Einstein described as spooky action at a distance. While it doesn't allow time travel as in sci-fi, it forces scientists to rethink causality and the linear flow of time itself. On the microscopic level, biologists discovered bacteria that survive on pure electricity. These microbes live in caves without sunlight or organic material, feeding on electrons pulled directly from rocks. They are essentially living batteries, and colonies can form networks spanning meters, behaving like a microbial circuit board. It's a completely alien way of life that operates outside the rules we thought governed biology. And humans themselves continue to astonish. Researchers recently found that the heart generates its own electromagnetic field strong enough to influence the brain, not just in the same body but in nearby people. Studies hint that in certain conditions, people's hearts can synchronize biologically, exchanging subtle signals that affect emotions and perception. The ancient idea of feeling someone's heartbeat might not just be poetic, it could have a literal, measurable basis. In 2023, neuroscientists mapped the electrical activity of the human gut and found that it can literally think in ways independent of the brain. The enteric nervous system, often called the second brain, has over 100 million neurons. Experiments showed that gut signals can influence decision-making, memory, and even emotional states. In extreme cases, gut activity predicted a person's choices before their conscious mind did. Imagine your stomach literally outsmarting you, silently influencing every action without a single word. Now let's go to the skies. A recent discovery revealed a star that spins so fast it is nearly flattened at the poles and stretched at the equator, creating a shape that defies the spherical assumption we always had about stars. This star, called a Kerner, rotates at more than 250 kilometers per second. Its equator is puffed out like a cosmic pancake, and scientists now believe that such extreme rotation could be common, forcing a rewrite of stellar evolution models. Meanwhile, geologists found liquid water below the surface of Mars in 2022, but with a twist: it is saturated with salts that lower its freezing point so drastically that it could remain liquid under the ice for millions of years. And within this water, signs of microbial life, tiny structures resembling bacteria, were detected, though not yet confirmed. This raises a chilling possibility: life could exist beneath Mars' frozen deserts right now, completely isolated from our world. Back on Earth, a new type of bird was discovered in the Andes that can sleep while flying. These birds, known as alpine swifts, remain airborne for months without landing. Researchers found that during this time, they cycle through phases of unihemispheric sleep, where one half of the brain rests while the other stays alert, allowing them to navigate, avoid predators, and maintain flight. Evolution has literally found a way to let life defy one of its oldest limits, the need to rest. And quantum physics keeps rewriting reality itself. Scientists recently observed a phenomenon called quantum tunneling on steroids, where particles appear to pass through multiple barriers at once, as if exploring countless realities simultaneously. This is not theoretical anymore, it is measured, verified, and has profound implications for computing, encryption, and even our understanding of what existence means at the tiniest scale. Even human biology continues to shock. Researchers discovered that some people carry a rare gene variant allowing them to survive extreme levels of radiation that would instantly kill normal humans. These individuals produce unique proteins that repair DNA almost instantly. It's like having a built-in biological shield, hinting at what might be possible in the future for humans exposed to space, nuclear accidents, or other extreme conditions. And here is one that makes the hairs on your neck stand up. In 2022, scientists discovered a previously unknown human organ. Hidden in plain sight between the lungs and the heart, this tiny structure, called the interstitium, was only recognized as an organ because of advanced imaging. It acts as a network of fluid-filled spaces that could explain how cancer spreads so quickly through the body, as well as how tissues absorb shock and maintain structure. An entire organ, literally inside us, that we didn't know existed until now. Let's go even further, because the world keeps revealing secrets that feel impossible. In 2023, a team of oceanographers discovered a species of fish that can survive decapitation. Yes, it lives for days with its head detached. These fish slow their metabolism to a near standstill and continue to respond to environmental stimuli, a biological trick that challenges our understanding of life and death. It's like nature found a loophole in mortality itself. Meanwhile, astronomers recently observed a galaxy that seems to be completely invisible in ordinary light yet shines brightly in infrared. Known as a dark galaxy, it contains billions of stars but almost no detectable gas, making it effectively invisible to most telescopes. Its existence forces scientists to reconsider what we thought we knew about galaxy formation, hinting at vast structures in the universe we may have been blind to all along. On the microscopic scale, biologists discovered a virus that can survive inside the human body for decades without triggering any symptoms. It lies dormant, silently rewriting certain immune responses, and then reactivates under specific triggers. This isn't science fiction, this is real, documented biology that shows life forms can manipulate other life forms in ways that seem almost intelligent. And here's one that is truly mind-bending. Physicists created a laboratory material that behaves as if it has negative mass. Push it, and it accelerates toward you instead of away. This isn't magic, it's quantum mechanics at work. While it doesn't violate physics, it challenges every intuition we have about motion and force, and it opens the door to technologies that sound like they belong in science fiction. Think frictionless transport or materials that resist damage in impossible ways. Meanwhile, human biology continues to astound. Researchers discovered that the human skeleton isn't just passive scaffolding, it communicates with the brain and other organs through chemical signals. Bones actively regulate metabolism, influence appetite, and even affect cognition. Our very framework, once thought inert, is an active participant in life, sending messages constantly we never consciously perceive. And space continues to shock us. In 2022, scientists confirmed a star that behaves like a natural pulsar, emitting radio bursts in patterns so precise they almost appear encoded with information. While most explanations point to magnetic fields and rotation, some researchers admit that the signal's regularity defies easy categorization. It's a cosmic mystery that raises uncomfortable questions about the limits of our understanding and what might be out there listening or sending signals back. Even the planet itself is stranger than we thought. In 2023, geologists discovered microbial life thriving in rocks kilometers beneath the Earth's surface, surviving entirely without sunlight, oxygen, or organic nutrients. This deep biosphere could contain more living biomass than all surface life combined. Life, it seems, can flourish in places we once considered utterly uninhabitable. And so, the journey through these astonishing truths comes to a pause. From the hidden intelligence of our own bodies to the mind-bending mysteries of the cosmos, each discovery reminds us that reality is far stranger and far more wondrous than we ever imagined. Life survives where it shouldn't, the universe behaves in ways that defy intuition, and even the tiniest organisms hold secrets that challenge everything we know. What these discoveries ultimately show is that curiosity is our most powerful tool. Every unanswered question, every anomaly, every impossible fact is an invitation to look closer, think deeper, and embrace the awe of existence itself. So next time you think you understand the world, remember, there's always something incredible waiting just beneath the surface, or hurtling through the stars, ready to shatter what you thought was certain. This is AppleKnows, signing off, but only for now, because the universe never stops revealing its secrets.